From the deep American South to the brightest lights of national television, Robin Roberts rose through storms that would have broken most people. She became the unshakable heart of Good Morning America, the voice millions rely on every single morning. But behind the smile, behind the strength, lies a truth few ever see. At 65, the tragedy of Robin Roberts isn't just heartbreaking, it is almost unimaginable. But long before she became a symbol of courage, she was a young girl born in Tuskegee, Alabama, on November 23, 1960. In a world marked by challenges, silence, and unspoken strength, her father, Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts, one of the heroic Tuskegee Airmen, carried memories of war in his quiet stare and disciplined posture. Her mother, Lucy Marion Roberts, softened that world with music and faith, weaving warmth into the spaces her father left hardened by experience. Growing up in Pass Christian, Mississippi, Robin learned early that strength was not offered. It was demanded. Her parents raised her and her siblings with 3 unbreakable rules: discipline, determination, and devotion. They weren't motivational slogans. They were survival tools. Life in Mississippi was beautiful but unforgiving. The shadows of racism lingered on the streets, and Robin felt them even before she fully understood them. But what shaped her just as deeply were the storms, literal storms, that tore through the Gulf Coast. At only 8 years old, she watched Hurricane Camille rip apart homes like cardboard, trees snapping in violent winds, families standing dazed in the ruins of what had been their lives just hours before. That night seared itself into her memory. It taught her how quickly safety can disappear, how fast the ground beneath your feet can turn into chaos. And it taught her the unthinkable: survive first, understand later. Despite every hardship, something powerful grew inside her. She excelled in school, becoming salutatorian in 1979, and shined on the basketball and tennis courts. Only Robin understood the strength forming within her. After graduating from Southeastern Louisiana University in 1982, she entered a harsh broadcasting world. Her first job at WDAM in Hattiesburg paid almost nothing. She drove unreliable cars to assignments, edited her own stories, hauled equipment, and lived in drafty apartments she could barely afford to heat. She wasn't fighting for fame. She was fighting to stay afloat. From Hattiesburg to Biloxi, from Biloxi to Nashville, then to Atlanta, she picked up her life again and again, starting from zero in every new city. The rejection she faced wasn't subtle. Some colleagues told her directly that sports journalism wasn't a place for women, especially not a young black woman with Southern roots. But Robin didn't back down. She had weathered much worse. Every insult became fuel. Every doubt became a dare. By the late 1980s, covering the Atlanta Braves, she finally began to rise. Suddenly, the girl who once walked into newsrooms unrecognized was becoming impossible to ignore. In 1990, ESPN called, the call she had dreamed of, fought for, and bled for. She stepped into that newsroom not as a lucky newcomer, but as a warrior who had earned every inch of her rise. And in 1995, destiny delivered her to ABC News, the doorstep of everything she would one day become. Her warmth didn't need volume. Her sincerity didn't need spotlight. She simply reached people. She showed the country that journalism could have a heart without losing strength. She joined Good Morning America, and viewers instantly connected to her. She didn't feel like a reporter on their screen. She felt like family. By 2005, she became co-anchor, sitting beside Diane Sawyer, then later George Stephanopoulos. She carried America through elections, disasters, tragedies, and celebrations. Ratings soared. In 2012, Good Morning America became the #1 morning show. Robin had climbed from nothing to a pinnacle almost no one reaches. But success has a cost the public rarely sees. She woke up at 2:45 a.m. every day, stepping into cold Manhattan darkness while the city slept. She carried the weight of breaking news, national fear, and American grief on her shoulders. Some mornings she stared into the studio mirror, exhausted, wondering how much more she could give. Yet she gave more, every time. And then, life delivered the blow she never saw coming. In 2007, she felt a lump. Within days, the world she built crashed around her. The diagnosis was breast cancer. Chemotherapy drained the strength she had spent a lifetime building. Her hair fell in clumps. Her eyebrows faded. She felt herself disappearing in the mirror. But she kept working. She kept anchoring. She kept smiling, hiding tremors, nausea, and fear from millions who needed her to be steady. She thought the worst was behind her, but fate had more to test. In 2012, bruises appeared across her arms. Her energy disappeared. Tests revealed the nightmare, myelodysplastic syndrome, a near-fatal bone marrow disorder. She needed a transplant. Her sister Sally Ann was a perfect match, the miracle she never expected. When she announced her illness on Good Morning America, viewers flooded bone marrow registries in record numbers. She didn't just save her own life. She inspired thousands to save others. The transplant was brutal. 100 days in isolation. No touch, no hugs. Only machines. Only fear, only hope. But slowly, painfully, her strength returned. And then came the moment that America will never forget. On February 20th, 2013, she returned to Good Morning America. When she said, "Good morning, America," the studio fell silent. Viewers held their breath. It wasn't a greeting. It was a victory cry, a declaration, a miracle. Yet her battles were not just medical. They were emotional. For years, Robin hid her relationship with Amber Lane, a woman she loved but feared the world might judge. They lived across the country from each other for a decade, Robin in New York, Amber in California, loving each other in quiet spaces, in secret moments, in private rituals. Amber held Robin through cancer. Robin held Amber through her own breast cancer diagnosis in 2022. Their love survived distance, illness, and silence. In 2023, they married, a small ceremony filled with truth, healing, and to hearts that had survived every kind of storm. But life also took from Robin what she could never replace. She lost her father suddenly in 2004 and her mother in 2012, right when she needed her most. She lost her dear friend and colleague Joel Siegel, the man who made early mornings bearable with humor and heart. Each loss sliced deeper than the last, but each taught her how fragile life is and how fiercely she had to hold on. Today, at 65, Robin stands in a peaceful chapter she earned through fire. Her home in Connecticut is a sanctuary of glass walls, warm oak floors, cathedral ceilings, gardens, and quiet mornings with her dog Lucas. Her retreat in Key West, Florida, with its coastal colors and private dock, is her escape, a place where she can breathe, reflect, and finally exhale. Her net worth of over $55 million is not extravagance. It is proof that resilience creates abundance. She donates millions, supports Be the Match, funds scholarships, and lifts families in crisis without ever seeking credit. Her legacy is not fame. It is survival. It is service. It is strength that never asks to be admired, only to be used for good. Every morning, when her voice rises on Good Morning America, she carries with her the storms she survived, the loved ones she lost, and the millions she inspires simply by standing tall. Because Robin Roberts is not just a survivor. She is a symbol, a reminder that no matter how fierce the storm, the sunrise is always waiting. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.